Oh, God, that hurt. Hi, welcome to this video. I was not expecting for you to see me so soon again. Here's the thing, the last week or so, been really busy. I had something going on and all that stuff, but we should be back on schedule in the next week soon. Oh, we got some really cool, exciting stuff. This is actually going to be, hopefully, a really good week. One, we have a really exciting Free Film Friday that we're doing, something that we've never done before. We've talked about it before, but we've never actually done it until now. We filmed that like 2 weeks ago, and ever since then, I've just been really trying to come up with a kind of graphic for it. So that's one of the exciting things happening this week. Number two, Doctor Strange comes out. Honestly, that's probably one of the more exciting things that we're about to watch. Up next, we finally get to do some live streams. I did do a few live streams prior. Those were kind of a test trial kind of thing, trying to see how we would perform during those live streams. So, and another thing that's exciting this week, Formula One is finally in Miami. Not a lot of people are gonna find that exciting, but I do. I'm just really looking forward to it. Bad news, this next few videos, the Northman video, I'm just gonna say whatever video is gonna come out because I know we don't do this anymore. But the next few videos that are gonna come out, the Northman, the Fantastic Beast, and the Nick Cage review are gonna have some really dodgy recordings, the audio recording. I don't know what happened. I suspect it has something to do with my audio recorder. That's why I'm not recording on this right now. Normally when this recorder is, so this is the recorder that we use for our videos, and when we're making our videos, there's usually already a default setting for it. Everything's already fine. Nothing's really changed on this. But for some reason, this is the normal number where we kind of have our gains set. And for some reason, it increases on its own. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's like a firmware update kind of thing. I will try to get it resolved. Another bad news is that I feel really sick. I think it's just allergies. It's really been freaking annoying to work because it gives me a headache just staring at these monitors. So anyways, yeah, enjoy this video. That's all I have to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll surely help us in my time of sickness and need. Yeah.
Hello everyone, we're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Hamlet.
That's Win, and today, welcome back to another episode of the Big Feature Film Review, where we talk about the latest theatrical releases for the big movies. Big movies. Or just any movie really that plays in theaters, because why not? This is The Northman. Does this say 24? Yes, no.
I don't think so.
No.
It's Focus. It's Focus Features.
Focus, yes.
I remember.
Yeah. The A24 before it was A24. It was a thing. Yeah. But The Northman, starring Alexander Skarsgård, Anya Taylor-Joy, Ethan Hawke, Nicole Kidman.
Oh yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Willem Dafoe's in it. It's got a great cast. This is Robert Eggers' latest release. You may know him from The Lighthouse, and what was the other one?
Don't remember.
I'm not looking it up. What is it? What is it?
Don't
look it up. God, what is it?
Don't look it up. I mean, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh my God.
I have you
The
guess.
Witch. The Vivitch. Yes.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Excellent track record for, I don't know what you think of those two films, but I absolutely love them.
Last time I watched The Vivitch was in high school.
They're just they're my type of genre. It's good stuff. Love them.
Nice.
So this is his third movie. And I'm gonna say right away, it's pretty awesome. Loved it.
That is actually really awesome.
Loved this movie. I'm going to be hyping it up this entire episode. So if you didn't like it, tell us why down below. Make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. But Win, what do you think of The Northman? Let me know. Fill me in on your thoughts.
Yeah, no expectations. I saw a couple of ads for this on Instagram, and I also had someone. No one sent me anything, but someone reposted it or whatever, and I was like, this looks like something worth looking into. And then I think the only trailer part that I saw was when he threw that spear back, and I thought I was really sick, and I was like, I gotta watch this movie.
So that's something on the point of that. this is the first movie in maybe a very long time I didn't watch a single trailer. I didn't see, there wasn't very much marketing for it.
Wasn't.
I didn't know anything really. I knew it was Robert Eggers. I knew it was Vikings, and that was it. And I know who a couple of the people that were in the movie. Like I didn't even know Willem Dafoe was in it until I was in the movie. Like, and wow.
I didn't know that this was directed by him. I was kind of looking around on, you know, the thing that I saw on Instagram was Anya Taylor-Joy being interviewed for this movie, and I saw the thing on the background. I was like, oh, okay, she's in it.
Yeah, so I had no clue, and that's actually part of the reason. Sidebar, I'm trying to go and not see anything about Thor, because this movie, I think it did hype up the experience, and I've said it for a while, like, oh, watch the trailers, it's fun, but also like I think I still would have enjoyed it the same, but it was a different type of enjoyment. So I still think I got the same dopamine.
It was all that surprises, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
it's like all the I almost spit my drink out like 3 different times because I was just not ready for some of the violence, the surprise, just everything about this was so much fun. Loved it.
Expectations are low, like at their lowest when you just don't know anything about a movie.
It's not even their low, it's just you don't have any. And so that's kind of where I'm going to try and go with at least Thor, since it's so close. Other Marvel movies, I don't think I could do it because they're farther away. But like since we're a couple months out from it,
I did kind of think that this movie was going to be one of those forgettable movies. Well, you know, because it's in Iceland and all that stuff. And it's all fancy, you know, it looks all fancy, but it has that low budget feel when I walked into it. But then it just kind of took that away when the story was just like really interesting.
Yeah.
Like after all of that, like I didn't think much of anything after. It was just, man, this is brutal. Man, that was sick. I love how they did that. And
there's just so many scenes. Like, so I'll say spoiler alert for stuff. Review side, I think this was an amazing movie. I'm gonna say, I've said early on, and I haven't rewatched something in a long time. I think I'm gonna need to rewatch this one because right now I'm saying this is like a perfect movie in my eyes.
This is a great movie. I don't know if it's perfect.
I just, the only discrepancy I really have was some of the visual effects looked weird. But that I felt like was a stylistic choice. It's some of the lighting of it. It was just weird.
Oh, yeah, the lighting.
Not necessarily on the characters, but the lighting of the visual effects felt odd. It didn't feel like a green screen. It just felt different than stuff I haven't seen before. So I just thought that was interesting.
Are we talking about the village scene?
There was some they were on a boat. There was some of the village. There was some of the night sky stuff. But it looked really cool. But it just
I did notice that the color was very muted.
Yeah, it just felt different. I don't know, but
it's not your normal like blue tint though, so that's something.
So there was one scene that I was just like blown away, but it's still like I was like, that looks weird. He was walking with the fox on the top of the mountain, and then there was just the sky.
Okay.
It was just like a second scene, but it just looks so cool, so pretty. And I just loved it. So, spoiler alert for the Northman. This is what I want to tell people every single time, but I feel like it's a huge spoiler. It's basically Hamlet. Or The Lion King. It would be another good comparison. It's a revenge story of a young child whose dad gets killed by their uncle, and the mother falls in love with the uncle, and it's just basically a revenge story to kill the uncle. So literally Lion King, and which is Hamlet, and then you could go to 1,000 different movies. Honestly,
I mean, the main character's name is even Amlet.
Amleth or something. Yeah. It literally is Hamlet. And I just loved it.
It's very Shakespearean.
Yes, but Vikings, and it was badass.
Yeah.
I would say it's the quintessential Vikings movie.
I think this would be right up their alley.
I can't think of another one except maybe How to Train Your Dragon.
I think you're right, actually. No.
I can't think of another Viking. I guess there's Brave.
I was gonna say what is that one movie, King Arthur, but then that's not a Viking movie.
This movie felt very reminiscent to Gladiator, because it was revenge story, heavily violent, and just like
all of it was just very Shakespeare to me.
Yeah. So
even the incest, I mean,
yeah. Well, that's Hamlet though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's literally, that's where that's not where the term comes from, but like an Oedipus complex of like being in love with your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that I was like,
very normal nowadays.
I was like, oh my God.
I wasn't expecting that.
I will say, performance wise, I think everyone was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I think they did great.
I will say, I felt like I love Anya Taylor-Joy. Nothing on her, but I felt like she was a replaceable actor in a sense. She could have been any like teenage girl, like actor or mid-20s actor girl. But she's worked with Robert Eggers before, and it just makes sense, and it worked.
She didn't really need to do much in this movie.
No, I mean, she was important to be there, but also like.
No, she was. You know what? The one scene that really got me to like her in this movie was almost in the beginning, where they were attacking that village in the first place, and they're trying to take slaves and stuff like that. When she was just like yelling at these people,
oh yeah,
the other soldiers or whatever, yeah. And I thought that was great. I was like, wow, if there wasn't Anya Taylor-Joy already, I wouldn't have noticed that. But I saw it and I was like, or I would have still noticed that.
I liked her period scene.
Those were funny.
That was awesome. I think every single character has such a good highlight in this movie. I think this is one of Nicole Kidman's probably best like performances, because it was very Shakespearean in a sense. I love her in a lot of other stuff, but this just it felt very play-ish, and like very acting type deal. And I really liked her monologue with Alexander Skarsgård once he finds out everything.
It's really interesting though, because this movie feels like it should be longer.
But it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes already. I agree. Some parts I was like, keep going, please. Like this is awesome.
Like the relationship that Skarsgård and Anya Taylor-Joy was gonna have, or they have, was supposed to have like maybe a longer runtime, but then they cut it down, and to me that felt very short.
Maybe we'll get the director's cut and be like 4 hours long with the Snyder cut. I'd be in, man.
I would watch it. Yeah.
It's just such a trek and tale of a movie that it's just so fun to watch. I loved everything, the mythical side of it, the Norse lore or gods and stuff, all that. Apparently Robert Eggers takes that stuff very, very seriously. And some of the stuff I kind of even picked up from watching Vikings. And then to this, I was like, that's cool. And I understood some of the scenes that are probably weird for going into a casual viewer. And I was like, that was awesome.
What do you call that? The only problem that I have with this movie was probably the parts where it didn't feel like there was any sort of chronology to it, where the actors just appear out of nowhere, things just kind of happen. Like that scene before he gets the sword. Not the pacing. It's just like when they just out of nowhere they just come in.
When stuff was I don't know, kind of mystical, I guess, or somewhat. When he gets the sword, he fights the thing, but it's all kind of in his head.
No, it was before. It was before that. It was when he shows up. Not he. When Willem Dafoe shows up. Sorry, when Willem Dafoe just shows up. You know that scene where he was talking when he was older? He had another scene with Willem Dafoe. I think it was Willem Dafoe. No, it was someone else. It was someone older.
But it's hit Willem Dafoe's head.
Somewhat. Yeah. No, it was the other head. It was his dad's head.
No, that was Willem Dafoe's head.
Oh, whatever. Either one.
And that's he got high and then saw Willem Dafoe.
But yeah, that scene to me was just really random. There was no lead up to it.
There is some weird it is the magic type stuff that it's you kind of have to take a step back and be like, okay, what's going on here? And then if you let it play out, the scene with the sword, that was okay, that was weird, but you just kind of had to wait for it to happen, because it's is this based in reality? Is it not? And it is, because some of the stuff is just the Norse lore, or not lore, what mythology, that's the word I was thinking of.
Lore is the same,
pretty much, but still I wanted to use the technical term. Very, again, Hamlet, loved it. It's great. Not necessarily what happens in Hamlet, but it's very it's
got a tragic ending.
Tragic ending, very good, loved it. Anything else you've got to say about the Northman?
Some of the colors were really off. I recognize that it was very Sony, so that was the first thing that came into my mind. Is this a Sony movie? But no, it wasn't.
I think Focus is Comcast, which is...
No, they could still use Sony cameras.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Big camera guy.
It was just the way it looked. It just looked it looked like Sony, so that kind of threw me off. My experience though, it fucking sucked. There was like a couple, 3 kids right next to me. They basically took my seat because my seat was one other. Anyways, one of them was listening to music, and I think it was either headphones or it was either on their phone or their headphones, but it was low enough. However, it was loud enough for me to hear. And I was like, stupid. Man, I really want to punch these kids, but I would get so much trouble.
So mine was awesome because it was just a bunch of dudes like us. Yeah. And there was a couple of guys that stood up, and I heard some say like, that was the best movie I've ever seen. And that was the best experience I've ever had in the theater. And I was just like, yes, it's so much testosterone.
It was. It is. This movie is for a guy's movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For guys. It's just strange.
The Lighthouse and The Witch were both very, I don't know, same feel. He's doing great. Robert Eggers, love it. Can't wait for his next one.
There was a mom who took her kids, I think.
That is so weird.
That is very weird. Yeah.
It's like, I like Vikings, Mom. Okay, here's a ripped dude, and like, I'm surprised we didn't see any dicks.
Yeah, me too. I thought someone was gonna get cut off.
And that's it. Like that's the review. Yeah. I am surprised we didn't see any dicks. All right, but let's get to our ratings. I meant to mention this at the beginning of the show, but I will. We do 2 ratings here: critical entertainment, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What's your critical rating for The Northman?
I'll give this a 9.5.
Hell yeah.
That's the first 9.5.
I think so. We've given 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's straightforward ones. Like,
yeah. I'm going to give it a 10. I really like the discrepancies I have. I'm a little biased because Hamlet is my like favorite Shakespearean play, but it's literally a half-point discrepancy. So.
It's a good play movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then entertainment value, what do you say?
Oh, I was gonna. I'm just not gonna count the kids in the next to me. I'm gonna say 10.
10.
Yeah, this was a good time.
And I'll just resound the statement and 10 as well.
So many good things. It's just a good time.
It's such a good movie. Right now, it's this, Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, how does this compare to that?
And The Batman are my top 3. Right now, I don't know where I'd put all 3 of those because Everywhere All at Once and The Northman came out so close to each other. And then The Batman, I need to rewatch now that's back on HBO Max. I think The Batman's a little DC bias, but you know, who cares? But yeah, that's our review for The Northman.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching. As always, we've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
Oh, really cool scene. Before we end this, I do want to talk about it real quick. What's his name? Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
That scene with the kid and them kind of like getting high or on drugs. That was really cool.
That was very cool.
I was just enthralled. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
It really puts you into the world like in a perfect way too.
The only thing I didn't like, the tree life thing. Something about it was
the
off.
visual of that just looked weird, but it just needed to be toned down just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still, I liked the idea, but it was still weird. Agreed. But yes, agreed. That's when. Thank y'all for watching another episode of the Big Feature Film Review. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you thought of The Northman down below. We love movies. We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.
Y'all.
Bye.